Okay, it's been a long time coming, guys. I've been waiting to do this. Y'all been asking me to bring them back. This is Couch in the Cam series. I told myself when I started doing this again, I will do it with individuals that will give real talk, that will be informative, and most of all, keep it real. And these three individuals here, I know is going to do just that. This one is very special to me because these three individuals are in my house. Two of them I've known for a long time. One I met recently. Love him the most so far. And I just wanted to, thank you guys for coming and doing this. They are of trans male experience, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So, from my left, can you introduce yourself to the people?
Yo, if you don't know me, my name's Sincere, Alpha Omega. Ballroom wise, I've been in the ballroom since like 10 years. Walk trans man runners from Philly. And anything else you want to find out about me, it'll be during the talk.
Can we get the middleman right here? The main man, the middleman himself.
I'm Nas, Alpha Omega, from Philly. Been in the scene for about over 20 years.
20 plus?
20 plus years. Originally I wore butch face, and climbed up the ladder there. Y'all might know me as well, again, trans man realness. Yeah, that's it.
And last but not least.
What's up, y'all? I'm Mehkhi. I'm 31 from Philly. Fairly new to the ballroom scene. I walked my first ball at the Dorian Ball. Did body, and Alpha Omega. I'm happy to be
here.
Yeah. So let's get it started. Yeah. So first question, anybody can take it. Describe for the people that may not know, what is a trans man?
Why you avoid the me?
I'm gonna let him take that one.
I mean, me personally, I identify as a trans man. I'm just somebody that was, given the opposite sex, but I identify as this now. So, yeah, I wasn't feeling what was outside, so I made the outside feel,
right.
When I was feeling on the inside.
He was more so going to say, like on your TikTok, you can really explain.
Oh, yeah.
As if I thought
which a lot of people watch that video, right?
I thought I was giving it to him in more sense of articulating that for the people.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to piggyback off what he said also.
Yeah.
Piggyback?
Yeah.
Piggyback.
So boom. Okay. You already said it, born in different bodies. So first question is, when did you guys know that you was not in the right body?
I'll take that. I got stories back from when I was 6 years old, right? I come from an Islamic background where my family was real strict on certain opinions that they had up until raising me. Raising me was a wake-up call in their words to say originally they think that gay was a choice. But what do a 6-year-old know about walking around with socks in his drawers? Or I got stories of not wanting to wear panties. You know what I'm saying? Where my mom
from that early age.
At early age. My mom, it's one of her main stories of how she worked at Wonder Bread, and she would come home and I won't have no underwear on. She wanted to know was somebody touching me or whatever. But it was until my cousin came and he had on briefs. He spent the night. She come home, to fast forward the story is I would have his drawers on. So she would just start buying me like tidy whities just so she can know her kid was, you know, clothed while she was at work. I got caught messing with a girl coochie with a crayon, so yeah, it goes on and on for me. Shave my face. Yeah, 6 for me.
For me, it was, as far as back I remember, probably like around the same age. Like, I just used to be like, man, like, I should have been born a boy. Like, and I ain't grow up in an Islamic household until, like, even, like, my stepfather, he used to pray or whatever, like, whatever the case may be, but I was never brought up like that. My mom gave me the free range to choose whatever I wanted to do. Like, but if I wanted to be step in his path of Islam or still be Christian, whatever the case may be. But when I was growing up, my godpapa was about all my shit. So, and he used to let me pick whatever I wanted. So yeah, I was gonna go pick the Jordans. I was gonna go. I mean, oh no, I need all my clothes back then. Everything baggy. So
And
I'm getting
people who, I know I talk to a lot of people that trans men that don't have the same story, you know what I mean, that really hate the body that they in, or, you know, I wasn't never that person that woke up and walked past a mirror and couldn't stand myself, you get what I'm saying, like, I'm gonna be a bad, tomboy, and now I transform into, you know what I mean, a handsome trans man.
Right.
It has never been a practice of self-love, or, you know, and most of that probably come from, like, being accepted and guided in my family. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's real important. Where I see today, because I'm 42, that there's more information out there, it's more, you know, accepted, where, you know, back in my day, people was, you know, getting abandoned from their houses, and, you know, family, you know, turn their back on them. But
no,
I ain't never had that type of experience.
So Mehkhi, what about you? What was the age you can go back and remember?
I think around probably about 7 years old. I had an incident with my cousin. I don't know what happened with my underwear, but my underwear had ripped and gave me a pair of drawers. And I remember at first I was like, damn, I got my man's drawers on. But eventually I was kind of like, these don't feel too bad. I just felt really comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I was supposed to always be wearing them. You know what I'm saying? So I think eventually I just grew into that. And then when I was able to buy my own clothes, it was over. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this. Was there, when you know, especially being in households when you are, you know, a girl, right? Did you feel a way, or did they force you to dress as a girl? Did it something that you fought against no matter what, or did you ever suffer in silence, or were you or individually able to do what you wanted to do at that age, growing up?
I'll go first. For me, I could dress how I wanted. My mom didn't want me to dress that way, but wasn't nothing you could do because you wasn't the one taking me. He was. So he would let me do what I want. He said, you wear what you want to wear. I mean, so I was always able to do that, and then I was always passable. So that kind of also made her like, why you doing that? They think she a boy. Like they walking up saying, oh, that's your son. Like, nah, I gotta correct my mind. And at that point, even then, her correcting him, it felt weird. Like, why you even doing that? Like, why? Like, just let them. You don't even know these people. Like, why you even like? But the last time I could say I put on feminine clothes, a dress, was my 6th grade graduation. And when I went to middle school and I graduated, supposed to graduate 8th grade, my mom said, you're going to put on a dress or you're not going. I didn't go. Alright, we ain't going, fuck it. I just go get my shit. And for senior prom, I was in a suit.
You wore a dress for senior prom?
Yeah. The picture, you know, on my Facebook, the you know how the memories pop up? the memory that popped up, and I was just like, yo, because it's like, cause seeing myself every day it's like I don't even associate it.
It didn't seem like you.
I forget.
You
know, so I'm just looking like, wow, it was crazy to even think that.
And for me, it was crazy because when I was in high school, I had already cut my hair.
Mm-hmm.
So, cut my hair, wore a suit to senior prom, and my homie picked me up early at DC because my birthday was at 12 o'clock and I turned 18, so it was popping after that.
So let me ask y'all three this. As you all know, in this community, you know, a lot of gay males and trans girls, they go through a lot of discrimination as they're going up. They deal with a lot of bullying, stuff like that. Did you guys have to go through anything similar to that, or have experiences that you could think of like that, you know, you can equate to the same thing of, you know, knowing that you was in the wrong body, knowing that you wasn't comfortable in girls' clothes and stuff like that? Did y'all go through any of that stuff?
I don't think I went through any bullying, but I feel like I went through weird interactions with people. Like, more so because I was ready to just be who I was, but they was so used to seeing me previously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't disassociate the two.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but eventually as I started to, I guess, pass, they were able to see it, and I guess seeing is believing.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was more passable, then I guess they was able to be like, okay, that person is no longer.
I think my family thought like back then that it would be like a fade thing. You know what I mean? Like it's something that'll fade away. You know, but I've never like my mom bought me like one dollhouse, right? That court dust. And from there, she said she's never wasting no money, her money again on that.
Cause she knew.
You know what I mean? Because she knew. You know what I mean? And it's after a while, like when I start getting like hair on my face and stuff like that.
No, we skipping.
Oh,
Not go to that yet. So when did you guys start becoming like, okay, so moving out of that phase, growing up, when did you guys can say, was the first step a butch, a stud? What was the first step of like your individuality? You know what I'm saying?
I never identified with none of that.
So you always thought I'm a dude, no matter what.
In this scene, because to me, what is a man? A man is a person that takes care of his responsibilities. To me, a man, you can be biologically a man and suck. You know what I mean? Just to keep it short. But I've always been a protector of my family. I didn't have to cross over. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Science and time has allowed me to evolve into what's already inside of me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to adapt or make certain adjustments, only like you said, interactions sometimes. Like at first my mom identified me as a they. You get what I'm saying? Like she would talk to my and be like, they. I'm like, you sound crazy though. I need you to pick a side. It wasn't something that I really forced on my family like that, because I was always, you know, to them either nah or not a different, you know, nerve, so to speak, than somebody that's been calling me something since birth. You know what I'm saying?
She said, what about you?
No, like, you know.
No, when did you start feeling your individuality? Like when was it that?
I like since I was younger, like since I was able to do what I wanted to do. You feel me? Like I was always one of the boys. I was always one of the niggas. You heard me? Like that's all I hung with. Like
shit,
with the trade, going around beating people up, shit like
the
that.
roofs,
jumping off the roof, shit like that. Like
on dirt bikes.
So let me ask y'all this: when did y'all start taking? What is the exact term? I didn't say testosterone. What was the transition? When did you guys start to decide like, okay, I want to go full thread with this? When did that happen?
Yeah, I want to go from the original or how? Because that must, like, I don't know, honest, because my story is when I started, it wasn't available for trans men. You know what I mean? There was a place called Mazzoni wanted to using me to fight to get it over here. But till then, they was sending my script over to Oregon, and then Oregon would give me mail it to me. You know what I mean? And this was but I first got mine. Somebody named Tiny took me to Dr. Bass with my first shot, and it was probably like 97, 98. When I got on my own, it was probably like the following year, like 99. And
How did you feel when you got your first shot?
so I went through a lot of different changes. Like, I've never had a bump on my face a day in my life, so I went through the puberty stage of hormones, which I broke out really bad. It's like I was going through puberty, and
I mean, that's
my dangling grew tremendously, right? Before, you had to do some special treatment to check up on that motherfucker, you know what I mean? But one day I was in the bathroom and that joint was like, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That joint was swollen like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, which in turn would make me horny all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, horny. You know what I mean? You gotta, like, be able to be like, come on now, nigga. You know what I mean? Chill out. So, yeah, after that, you know, you
What about
start
you, Sincere?
getting used to it.
I've been on hormones since like 2015.
So how was it when you first started taking it? What was the experience for you?
For me, I felt like I had a lot of a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Too. Yeah.
like a lot of
Like,
energy.
I'll come back with some push-ups.
Right, like yeah, you be like you running around like when you first get that, you like
Play
all right,
fight.
like yeah,
Wrestling.
like a lot of shit, like so, and then like if you're not up on it, like you go through like a crazy fatigue period, like where you tired, like if I don't take a shot, like when I'm supposed to, or I get like, all right, nigga, I get done like 3 weeks, like I feel fatigued, like I be like I'm tired of shit, like I don't got no energy to do nothing. So like I went through that period and I was like, I got that I don't like the feeling, but I wouldn't say like some people say it make you aggressive. Like I guess it all depends on the person. Like
but case by case.
right. Like
Yeah, like how you just come aggressive.
like
I mean, I think that's something. I think
Mehkhi?
that's somebody exploring, trying to be aggressive in this.
When I first got my shot, I was excited, because I've been thinking about doing it, and I was ready, so I was ready for the changes I know it was going to bring about. But I've been, let's see, 5 years now. So yeah, I mean, I like it, but I mean, it has some downfall, like you said, like the hot flashes and the acne and everything like that. I appreciate
my
the
feet
pros.
like it had potential to stink.
Yeah.
Like,
I used to have a beard, just so y'all know. I used to have a beard. Check my Instagram. It was luxurious.
I'm not feeling.
So wait a minute.
I'm already
hot.
So let me ask you guys this. You talked a little bit about changing your gender. Tell you, was there a change that you was looking forward to, like with taking the testosterone? You know what I'm saying?
Just the hair.
You wanted that.
yeah.
I did not want all of this crazy, but I didn't find out later the history of that. Like, baldness come from your mom's father. How hairy you're going to be is going to come from your father and your brothers if you have any. So once I've learned that, I knew what was to come to me because I just wanted a goatee. You know what I mean? I never wanted all this, but my brothers and all that. But what I didn't want is a 5 o'clock shadow from keep shaving it all. You know what I mean? So I always just, let it grow out because my skin, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely.
Men take care of their skin too. Don't get it fucked up.
Definitely.